I'm doing fantastic, and I think I'm doing a whole lot better now after this most loveliest of introductions, bro. The actors are rather insecure breed, so you definitely boost my morale. I'm super excited. It's always interesting when in life and especially in your career you are able to make choices which are a little hatke. India's the youngest country in the world. Most of the youngsters love watching a show like Splitsvilla. So I'm opening myself up automatically to a whole new audience. I also feel that I would like to bring a certain amount of compassion towards all the contestants. I feel something is happening on my watch which is not cool. I will be vocal about it, but at the same time, you don't want to be a hard taskmaster.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, tighten up your seatbelts as MTV India is all set to take you on a roller coaster ride filled with romance, drama, love, emotions, and lots of twists. Today we have with someone who is extremely talented and so good looking. There is no prize for guessing that we are talking about the one and only Tanuj Virwani. Hi sir, I hope you're doing well.
I'm doing fantastic, and I think I'm doing a whole lot better now after this most loveliest of introductions, bro. What an introduction!
Thank you so
I
much.
think I think I need to speak to you at least 3 times a week because you're very, very good for my ego. As they say, we actors are rather insecure breed. So you definitely boost my morale.
Oh, that's simply amazing. Glad to know. So we welcome you at Filmibeat. So you're all set to embark on a different journey, all
Absolutely.
set to host MTV Splitsvilla season
Yeah.
15. So I have to ask you, how excited and pumped up are you?
I'm super excited. It's always interesting when in life and especially in your career you are able to make choices which are a little hatke. I've been so used to getting a script and knowing in advance exactly how things are going to go down on set that I'm suddenly stepping into like uncharted territory. Since I come from the world of non-fiction, and all of a sudden this is like since I come from the world of fiction and this is complete non-fiction in a way where we have a basic structure. Okay, show aisa hone wala hai. These are the things, these are the do's and don'ts. But apart from that, it's this wonderful playpen where I'm just going to improvise, have fun, and try and be the best version of myself that I can and entertain all you guys. Yeah, that's the main key behind everything. Otherwise, what's the point?
And we are highly looking forward to see you in a different avatar, as you mentioned. Like you
Right.
entertained us with your fiction rules, and now it's time to change the gear and get on a different mode, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely. And when the offer came my way, I was not even looking at doing something in the fiction space, but it just sounded really, really appealing. And I also have a bunch of friends who have been part of Splitsvilla in the past, and they've all had lovely things to say. So I did some homework, and I'm like, hey, listen, I think this is exactly what I need to be doing right now. I'm trying to set up a kind of space between web as well as my film work. So both of them are kind of like hopefully you'll see a lot more of this in 2024 onwards. With it, they'll be functioning simultaneously, and I think this just adds a whole different dimension. I also feel the audience that you're catering to is rather different. India's the youngest country in the world, and I think most of the youngsters love watching a show like Splitsvilla. So I'm opening myself up automatically to a whole new audience. So I'm really, really looking forward to interacting and just bonding and vibing with that young India. So yeah.
Yeah. Keeping our fingers crossed, and I hope you have a roller coaster ride, like as I mentioned, filled with
Yes.
drama, romance, adventure, thrill, and lots of twists.
I have no doubt it's going to be an absolute roller coaster, mind bending ride over the next few months. Yes.
So I also have to congratulate you. How I cannot congratulate you on your wedding? Like you broke millions of hearts. Finally, the eligible bachelor in town. No more single. Happily married. Congratulations for that.
Thank you so much. I guess sometimes you have to break a million hearts in order to
Just
make
get it one
one
heart.
heart yours. It's been a long time coming. I mean, I turned 37 a couple of months back, and it just felt like the right time, the right person, and most importantly, I was in the right frame of mind. I think these things need to kind of like line up perfectly. So it's been a very, very touch wood, happy time in my life. A time of discovery, both in my personal as well as in my professional life, and I'm really looking forward to everything that the future holds.
And like as I mentioned, you took over the Instagram. It's so cute, matlab heartwarming snaps. Oh God, so candid, so cute. And then like especially people who were single, then they were like, "यार अब तो हमें भी शादी कर लेनी है." इतनी प्यारी प्यारी photos.
Of course, I mean, I've always been of the mindset that until something is not like permanent or like, like it's not sealed, like, I mean, I don't think it gets more permanent than marriage, right? And I just feel you should just keep a low profile because, there's so many different permutations and combinations, if something works out, doesn't work out. Or nazar bhi nahi
Exactly.
lagni chahiye, na? So many
Exactly.
different things. So now that we were like, okay, chalo, the deal is done. Let's celebrate this with the world, with our fans, and I just want to share these moments with all of you.
It was
Some people said some people said I went for the kill. It's overkill. I'm like, whatever, man. I mean, there are certain decisions you don't take from your head, you take from your heart, and I just wanted to involve all you lovely guys, all you supporters over the last 10, 12 years of my career. So I just want to share my
by your heart. So when it comes to Splitsvilla, like what was your instant reaction? Did you take your own free time? कि नहीं मुझे करना है? Or you
surprised. I mean, honestly, when they approached me for this, not been watching it. I have a few friends who have been part of the show. So I just thought that okay, this is interesting. Nobody's ever offered me hosting jobs. I don't have any background or history in hosting. So I'm like, okay, just give me a couple of days. Let me just think about it. I saw some of the previous seasons, and I found it to be a very fascinating human social experiment. If you take away the drama and you take away all the stuff that goes on the show, it's a beautiful social experiment because you're pitting so many people against each other, but at the same time, there are people who also find love on a show like that. And I'm like, I found my love uh, this year. So how about I help other people do the same? I think that's a beautiful thing, and I always feel that everything that has come in my life, be it the girl I've married, be it the shows I'm doing, be it the films that will be coming out, be it Inside Edge. I mean, Inside Edge honestly happened at a juncture in my life where I was at rock bottom in every different sphere of my life, personally, professionally, and it just came and just changed the game literally. So I feel everything happens for a reason, and instinctively I'm like, okay, you know what? Let's do this. Um, I don't know how it's going to go. I don't know if I'm the right fit or whatever it is, but I do think that if you do something from your heart and you just try and be authentic to yourself, that you will give a good account of yourself. So I'm really, really excited. I actually feel like a newcomer all over again because this is completely uncharted territory for me. So I'm
yeah.
looking forward to the coming few months and seeing how it goes. Yeah.
Trust me, you are the right fit because we are, as fans, as journalists, we're so excited to see you in a different avatar. Like as you mentioned, Inside
Yes.
Edge, you kill, whether it's
Yes.
Inside Edge, whether it's Poison or Codem or Illegal. Matlab, you have done a plethora of good work.
Yeah.
Now it's time to change the gear and
Yeah.
showcase the real because people have seen the actor as
Yes.
version of
Yes.
Tanuj, and now it's
Yes.
time to see the your real personality. So, what is the one thing that you believe you're going to bring to the table when it comes as a host? Because we have seen you, you are a supremely talented actor, not just saying for the sake of the interview.
Yeah.
But what is that one thing which you believe that personality wise you're
I
going to
think a
bring to
couple
the
of
table?
things that I'm hoping to bring. One is a certain sense of authenticity because I feel, like normally when we're acting, no matter how honest I am to my job, but I'm not playing myself, right? I'm playing a different character. If I'm on Inside Edge, I'm playing a Vayu. If I'm on Codem,
Mhm.
I'm playing that character. If I'm on Poison, I'm playing that character. But here, I'm myself. So you guys, the audience, my fans, my well-wishers are all going to see me at my rawest being me, what I am in real life. Even when we're giving interviews, of course, you are pretty authentic. But of course, it's a curated question. You'll ask me a question, I'll answer that specifically. But along with the contestants, even I'm being placed in the situation where, like something is said, I will respond. Someone says something, someone will respond. Sunny says something, I'll respond. So it's a massive social experiment. So I'm really, really looking forward to that. And I promised myself that तू acting मत कर.
Hmm.
Show पे जाएगा ना, just be yourself.
जी.
The reason the makers have selected you is because they like your personality. They're not here for one specific role. They're not one said acting karo or be like this or be like that. They said just be yourself. That's what we want. That's what works for this particular show. So I'm definitely going to be that. And secondly, of course, I mean, when we watch reality television, we human beings are quite a voyeuristic lot. We like seeing what's happening in other people's lives behind closed doors. That's why shows like this and reality television in as a whole, not just in India but all over the world, is booming. But I also feel that I would like to bring a certain amount of compassion towards all the contestants, especially because we've all had those teenage angsty years when we are, in our late teens, our early 20s, where you're not able to really differentiate between love and lust and all those different
Mhm.
hormonal changes are happening, and we're really trigger happy. And because we've all been through that, and I have been through that, I feel I'll be in a much better position to guide the youngsters, both the boys as well as the girls, and definitely correct them when they're going wrong. I mean, I just want what's best for them at the end of the day. And I hope that each contestant, whether you win, whether you get out in the first round or you're there for a few weeks or a few months, whatever it is, that you gain something from the show. You gain a good experience so that when you go on and you continue leading your life, you have some pleasant memories
So
of the
sweet.
show, and the show helped in building your character. So yeah, I'm hoping to be a big brother to all these boys and
We're also
girls.
looking forward. So, are you going to be a strict host or you're going to be like full on in bindas mode, chill and fun?
I think you need to strike the
Hmm.
balance. Obviously, if I feel people are going out of line, someone's going to have to say or do something.
Mhm.
So I'm not going to hesitate in. I'm not going to be pulling any punches for sure. If I feel something is happening on my watch which is not cool, I will be vocal about it. But at the same time, you don't want to be a hard
Mhm.
taskmaster unnecessarily, because then these kids will go into their shell and they will not be able to, get it. So for me, it's
Exactly.
important that, how a big brother is. You you scold a younger sibling when they're wrong, but you give them shabashi when they're doing something good. So I think it's important for me to strike the balance. And of course, I'm certainly going to be turning towards Sunny because she's a veteran in this particular hosting Splitsvilla thing. She's been doing it for, I believe, 9 years, nine
Mhm.
seasons. That's an incredibly long time. Um, so I'm definitely going to be looking at her. And of course, because we've worked together in the past and we know each other, so there's a good understanding and there's a good tuning over there. So I'm just probably going to be looking at that.
So this brings me to the next question. As you mentioned, you and Sunny ma'am are finally back together, and that too on a show like Splitsvilla. Like we saw you, you have worked before. So how excited and pumped are you? Did you take some tips from her? How you're going to do this? How you're going to do stuff?
Um, I have done some thinking, but
Mhm.
I also thought that if I watched too many of the earlier hosts and all, I might
Exactly.
just mimic what they're doing, and then that's not organic, right? So I have decided that okay, I know the basic format of the show, I know the do's and don'ts, I know what the makers expect from me. Now I'm gonna go and express
Mhm.
myself, just like I want all the contestants, all the boys and girls to express themselves. मैं भी अपने आप को express करना चाहता हूँ. And even I don't know what the natija, what the conclusion is going to be of these things, but मजा तो आने वाला है. 100%.
Exactly. When the promo, the announcement promo featuring you,
जी.
it went on there and was released on Instagram, people like we are so excited. So, what was the kind of response that you got from the audience? Because I have heard the female fans have slid into a DMs and they're like, we are very excited.
So it was really fascinating because like normally when we make an announcement for a film or for a web series, it's a different sort of reaction. Over here it was like, we can't believe you're doing this. Then some people, I don't know why, but they were confused. They thought I'm coming as a contestant. I'm like, no, I think I'm a little old to come as a contestant. Plus I found love, so I don't really need to be on this show as a contestant. And there are a lot of people are like, like they're sending me like DMs and they're like, listen, we want to audition. Please, can you get us on the show? This, that. So I said, hey, I'm not the right guy for that. I'm the host. So you got to go through the right channels. And if you're good enough, I'm sure that the makers will pick you to be part of the final lot who are on the show. But there's been a lot of love and positivity, and even my friends and so many members from our fraternity who know me personally, and they're like, hey, listen, you're perfect for this. Yeah, like we can't believe we didn't think of you earlier for something like that. And I'm like, okay, no pressure on me, I guess, because everyone's saying you're perfect for this. So I hope I'm able to live up to whatever you guys have a notion of how I'm going to be on the show. Yeah.
That's amazing. So at Filmibeat, we don't miss a single beat. So let's play a quick rapid fire. Are you up for it?
Let's go. I love rapid fire.
So what is the first thing? Like it's Splitsvilla is all about love, romance, adventure, and thrill. So I have will tell you one word, and you have to tell me the first thing which comes to your mind. Love.
Love.
Hmm.
Tanuj.
Oh, so sweet. Romance.
Romance. Hopefully, Splitsvilla season 15. I want to see lots of romance. Yeah.
Romance in
Not
the air.
flinging nonsense. Actual proper romance.
Exactly. Adventure.
Adventure. Marriage.
Oh,
Marriage is an adventure. Yeah.
thrill.
Thrill. I feel those minutes before elimination, week to week, is going to be extremely thrilling because even I will not know who's going to be eliminated, and obviously the contestants will know. So I think I'm really looking forward to those moments. Peace of
Inside
life.
edge.
Vayu is my best imaginary friend.
Codem.
Codem. I feel a very authentic show, something very close to my heart.
Illegal.
Illegal. I would have to say one of my favorite star casts. Like all the actors I've worked with, be that Neha, be that Akshay. I love the ensemble on Illegal. Yeah.
So, Cartel.
Oh, Cartel. My very own godfather.
Yeah, that's very true.
I
That's when
I so as a film fan, I love gangster movies and the Scarface and Godfather and Company and Satya and all these Sarkar and to be able to play something like that, I was very excited. Yeah.
Mhm. So one particular filmmaker who on your mind and you would now like to next work
Sriram
with.
Raghavan.
Keeping fingers crossed, let's manifest this.
I
The
also feel I
moment it
would fit
happens,
in well in his world.
yeah,
Like yeah,
definitely,
like
definitely.
like a Sriram Raghavan, Anurag Kashyap, because I like dark cinema in real life. Like ठीक है, love stories and all stuff ठीक है, but I like thrillers. I like edgy content. So I feel these are the filmmakers that need to know that. Hello, sir. Yeah,
Like
please.
that. And let's manifest this. I hope Anurag Kashyap sir and Shriram Raghavan sir are listening. The moment it happens, I'm going
Absolutely,
to remind you, Tanuj sir, you said this in my interview.
absolutely, absolutely.
So, what kind of person you are? Are you a mountain person or are you a beach person?
I'm totally mountain person. In fact, if you see at the
Yeah.
background, I'm in the hills right now. I'm at my farmhouse at Lonavala. So usually when I'm not like actively shooting and stuff, I prefer spending time here. So we've just come here for a couple of days. Yeah.
Cool. One thing that is on your mind and you want to now do this year. कि इस साल तो मुझे करना ही है. Tanuj, I want to do this.
Um, I actually have a film release coming up on the 15th of March, my first Dharma
Yeah.
film. It's called Yodha.
Yodha.
And I just realized that, oh shit, it's been like 7 years since I had a theatrical release. So I definitely want to be focusing more on films for the largest audience in a theater, and also doing web work, because my web work has given me so much of, fame and
Mhm.
so much of acceptance and so many wonderful opportunities. But I feel at the same time that magic of watching a screen in a darkened hall on this massive 70 the screen is just amazing. So for me, I'm definitely hoping to do a lot more film work 2024 onwards. Yes. And I'm hoping Yoda opens a
Exactly.
bunch of possibilities for
Like
me. Yeah.
this year has started with a bang for you. You are part of MTV Splitsvilla, and I hope March is just going to be Marches like fantastic for you. That's for
That's
sure.
the
Keeping
plan, my
fingers
man. That's
crossed.
the plan, Abhishek.
Another manifestation. So, one particular genre that you would now like to experiment with. We have seen you in romantic genre. We
Yes.
have seen you doing hardcore action
Yeah.
also. But one particular thing which you would now like to be part of. Any particular?
Honestly, one genre that it's been on my mind for a long time is a period drama or a historical. Yeah, I've not had the opportunity or the good fortune of being part of that genre as yet, but it's also one of my favorite genres. These costume dramas and like something from the Mughal era or even like something from the British era, something interesting in that thing. Where you have to learn a completely different dialect and you're performing a character which has no idea what internet is, what cell phones are, what like any of today's modern day technologies are, or maybe what even cars are, what even electricity is, like completely different. So I want to really push myself to the limits and do something, hatke, go back
Yeah,
in time.
no bad. And I hope Sanjay Leela Bhansali, sir, I hope you are listening.
Please.
Thank you so much. This was a fun and quick rapid fire. Wishing you
Absolutely.
all the
Thank you so
very
much for keeping this interaction so effervescent with your lovely questions and with your innate energy. It's been fantastic. So I really enjoyed myself, especially the rapid fire round. And I promise you, if I sign a film with either of those two directors that I mentioned, you're gonna be the first person I call.
thank you
And now you
so
have it
much.
on record.
Thank you so much. Wishing you all the very best. So,
Thank
ladies
you.
and gentlemen, this was your pilot. Another co-pilot is Sunny Leone. Together, when they're going to come, they're going to create magic. MTV Splitsvilla Season 15. Thank you so much, Tanson. All the very best for you out there. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
All the best to you as well. Speak to you soon,
Thank you
Abhishek.
so much. And
Yeah.
give my regards to your wife and Rati, ma'am. Thank you so
Most
much.
certainly, I shall. Both of them.
Thank you.
That.
Thank you so much.